Hi, good evening. Welcome to Mystic Moons. Today let's take off in a space shuttle and go to a political planet, political climate of the UN, United Nations. Uh, Everybody knows the United Nations headquarters is in New York City. Well, recently that's been a change. The UN, about a quarter of its personnel, and meaning its staff, are relocating to Nairobi, Kenya. Get that? They're leaving New York City and they're moving to Nairobi, Kenya. Reason? Well, the official memo is we have to be where we serve the people. We want to be in touch with our constituents, is the wrong word, our aid market, the people that we help the most. We want to be in touch with them. Several factions in Nairobi are up in arms. They said, oh my God, here comes gentrification. Prices were going to go up, um, land values, groceries, you name it, going up, because when they're going over there, they're not like working for Nairobi, Kenya wages. No, no, no. They're going there with their same wages they had in New York City to Nairobi, which means they have more money to spend for a cup of coffee. They have more money to spend for a loaf of bread, eggs, rent, property, you name it. They have more money and they already have their jobs. So they're not going off the boat and going and picking up the want ads. No. The UN, you get it? The UN is transferring its staff, not like job seekers or the want ads per se are going to come out in Nairobi. They're like transporting its staff halfway around the world. Okay? Got that. Leaving New York City. That's the first. About one quarter of it's hard to get an exact number because these things are under wraps. But the United Nations is in the process of relocating slowly a quarter of its staff, perhaps right now, to Nairobi, Kenya, away from Midtown, Upper Midtown, the 50s, wherever it is, New York City. Leaving New York City. And why are they leaving? Let's ask the psychic realms why this move. What is the meaning of this move? I mean, aren't there enough people in New York from all portions of the world in need, especially with all the people that have been coming in the last year or two? I mean, is New York that dangerous that they have to leave? Question. Let's ask, what is the insight of why do we have this move to the UN moving out of New York City? A quarter of the people, a quarter of its force at a time. All right, let's one more shuffle here and we'll see why. Oh, and incidentally, if you press the like button if you want to hear more and you like this. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much. And if you're not, please sign up. And if you want to make a donation to the community, that would be appreciated via a coffee. Buy me a coffee, a $5 coffee, or just whatever you feel like. And ask yourself why. I mean, you may not be in New York. You may be in New York. You got to ask yourself, why is the United States leaving North America? Duh. Leaving us. Leaving New York City. Is it because why? I thought it was I mean, they get all sorts of perks and deals, and they're leaving. Not the whole thing. Not all at once. Don't panic. However, I think a quarter of the United Nations to go to resettling off of New York is a big deal. Let's see why is the United Nations leaving New York City? Okay, now we have the Hermit. That's okay. We got the Hermit. The reason they want to be by themselves. They don't want to be associated with New York City. And here we have the Queen of Cups. The feminine. Okay. And here, why? We have the Sun. Because it seems like a good move. It's been like, okay, so it's a good move for them. It's a good move. The grass is greener. And all these components, the Hermit, the Queen of Cups, and the Sun. A deal has been made, and Africa, I think we're being abandoned. Let's see. North America is being abandoned, the Americas. Now, into this Hermit we have, look at these cards. We have two messages. We have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. There's two things, two messages, two things we have, two takeoffs. In terms of like leading, look at these powerful cards. Look at the powerful cards. The Hermit. This is good for us. And the fact that we have the fiery Knight of Wands, and we have the funds, the assets. Our assets are being, in other words, New York City is probably too bankrupt to handle the financial situation of New York City, and where New York City is going is too much for the UN. The United Nations are like slowly but surely transferring themselves away from the problems of the United States. I mean, they like want out. That's the message. They're doing this because they want to get away. They want to stand away from the United States. They want independence. Alright, the Queen of Cups. We have here the Ten of Swords under it. And so I would say, okay, this is stability. It feels like it's no longer, I would say New York City is deemed to be too unsafe. Too unsafe. Too unsafe or too unstable. Too dangerous. Too dangerous. Too dangerous for the happy home. Too dangerous. It's too dangerous to be in the United States. Why? Why? And it's an all. Now it's the Sun. Let's see. Now I gotta get away. It's too dangerous. Let's go and see now what is the Sun. The happy decision. Is this a good Sun? Is this why? Give us some intel. What kind of Sun this is? What kind of pleasing experience, or what kind of? We have a message. We want to be out. It's too unsafe because we have the Ten of Swords and we have the happy home. The security. The security is not secure. And I would say this is not a decision they came up lightly with, but it's something that's been planned. It's been planned. Alright. We'll pick up these two cards and let's see now. What kind of message do we get? The UN. Here we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Why it's a good move right now. Why it is a good move to split, to get out. Because there's nothing that can be done with what they created here. It's as though there was a stalemate, and they've been given a better opportunity, more fertile lands elsewhere. The crowd of people, the assets, the minerals. In other words, I would say there's not enough growth here in the United States. That's the kind of sun it is. It's called stalemate, and it's time to move on and change. It's a time of change. It's a time of change. So I would say that they are they're not sitting around for a sinking ship. And I would definitely, let's do 2 more cards. And one more on the sun. And one more on the I'm out of here, the Hermit. Okay. Alright, look out. Look out for, they've been planning something like this for a while, and watching for, New York City is too much, too dangerous. They've been making plans, New York City is sinking. In terms of New York City is sinking, and it's better elsewhere. It's too dangerous. And excuse me, it's something that has been, they've been on the outlook for a space, an area that they could like have more power, more influence, more conditioned responses. And apparently Kenya, who do we know is from Kenya? Kenya is giving them what they like to have, and they're not getting it here. Okay, so one more. The stage is set. The stage is set. They're going ahead with it, and the plan is to see how the portion of the UN bifurcate, and the rest could very well follow, because there's limited future where they are now in New York City. And I would say it's not even in New York City. There's it's North America does not give them the clout, the power, the feel that they need to move on. The field. It's not their field of interest. They don't care. They don't care. United Nations, we've been abandoned by we're getting abandoned by the United Nations. But then again, maybe that has to do with high-level decisions of affiliations and decisions. Well, as you can see, the stage is set for it's been going on. It's going on. They're leaving now. Portion of it is leaving now. And the thing, if you wish to pay attention or not to pay attention, it's very important to understand the United Nations is leaving New York City, leaving the USA, and moving to Nairobi, Kenya. Got it? It's leaving in sections, and taking its staff with it. So that's what we see. It's leaving, it's happy about it, and it can't wait to like get out. And it's doing it as low key as possible, and trying to keep like the buzz down. The buzz of the Nairobians, the Kenyan people, who are not very happy about it, and the buzz about leaving New York City. Okay, so if you have any comments, please send them to me, and we'd be happy to pick up for this conversation again, because this is a big this is a big move. This is a very big move, and the United Nations is moving to Africa. All right. See you later. Think about it, and a thumbs up if you like it, and you know, let's see where this wild ride is going to take us. Doesn't look very good for us. Thank you. Bye bye.